Hello friends, welcome back to EduVec. Today we will be discussing about balancing redox reactions. So this is again an advanced concept which we will be covering now. We have already seen about oxidation number and oxidation state in the last lecture. So today we will be talking about how to balance redox reaction. And these reactions are very important when you study electrochemistry and also half cell reactions. Let's get started. So there are three types of methods or three types of reactions which we will focus in this lecture. The first will be simple redox reactions, which you can balance simply by inspection. This you have already done in chemical reactions and equations chapter. Second will be complex redox reactions by half reaction method. We will try to split the reaction into oxidation and reduction, and then we try to balance it out. Third will be use of solvent or a part of solvent as a product or reactant in balancing. So each of these we will these are simple redox reactions which you can balance simply by looking at it or simply by multiplying the required number of atoms on each side. So simple mass balance, what you have already done in junior classes and in previous chapters. So Na plus Cl2 will give NaCl. I think it is very easy for you to balance. This is a very basic example. So what you can do is 2Na plus Cl2 will give 2NaCl, and now it is balanced. You see there are 2 sodium here, 2 sodium here, 2 chlorines on left hand side and 2 chlorines on the right hand side. Another example, a little bit more complex. Aluminium plus Ag plus will convert to Al3 plus Ag. So here you have to also balance the atoms and you have to also balance the charge. You see there is a charge imbalance. Here there is only plus, and here plus 1, here you have plus 3. So the first step will be, let us try to balance the charge. So if you balance the charge, you have to multiply silver by 3, and now here it becomes plus 3, here also it's plus 3. But in this process, you have created an imbalance for silver. So you have 3 silver here, you don't have 3 silvers this side. So what you will do, you will multiply 3 here also. Now this becomes a balanced equation. So if you look at this overall equation, all the atoms are balanced. There are 1 aluminium on both sides, and there are 3 silver atoms on both sides, reactant side as well as product side, and the charge here is 3 plus, here also it is 3 plus, because each silver atom has plus 1 charge. There are 3 silver atoms, so you will have plus 3 charge. Looking at more example, aluminium plus oxygen will give alumina or Al2O3. So what you will do here is, first you will try to balance the oxygen. So when you try to balance the oxygen, you know you have 3 oxygens here and you have 2 oxygen here, so multiply here by 3, because the balance can be 6 of 2 and 3. You multiply this oxygen by 3 and this compound by 2. So you have 6 oxygens here and 6 oxygen on this side, but you have 4 aluminium atoms now. So you have to multiply this aluminium also by 4, and then you get a balanced equation. Because since this aluminium is, I would say, it's a standalone atom, it is not in combination with any other atom. So it is easier to balance aluminium. That is why we balanced oxygen first, because you can multiply any number you want here in front of aluminium, but this oxygen is linked to aluminium. So we try to first balance the oxygen and then we balance aluminium. You could have done the other way around also. The answer would have been perfectly similar. Another equation, O2 minus plus F2 giving O2 plus F minus. So this is something like this reaction where you have to balance atoms also and you have to balance charges also. We first try to balance the oxygen. Here you have 2 oxygen, so I will make 2 oxygen here also. In doing so, I have created an imbalance for charge. So now charge imbalance is, here you have negative 4 charge, here you have negative 1 charge only. So you have to multiply this fluorine by 4. So when you do that, now charge is balanced, oxygen is balanced, but there is an imbalance for fluorine. But like I said, here also, since this aluminium was alone, it is not in combination with any other atom, you can multiply anything you want here, and it is very easy. That is why I left fluorine for the last. And now you know, to make 4 fluorine, you simply have to multiply here by 2. That becomes the balanced equation. So it's very easy. First you balance oxygen, then you balance charge, and then you see whatever is left, what number to put in front of fluorine. So this is a balanced equation. So if you look at this equation, oxygen is 2 on both sides, fluorine is 4 on both sides, and charges are also minus 4 on both sides. So 4 into minus 1, here 2 into minus 2. Now coming to second method, which is balancing using half reaction method. So this is for complex redox reactions which you cannot simply balance by visualization. We will use this half reaction method here. So you see here we try to split the reaction. So half reaction means we try to split it into two reactions, into oxidation and reduction. So first is oxidation. You remember from the last lecture also that oxidation is loss of electrons. So chromium is losing 3 electrons and forming chromium 3 plus. So this is one reaction which is happening. Second reaction is iron plus 2. It is gaining 2 electrons and it is becoming iron, right? So this is the oxidation reaction and this is the reduction reaction. We have split it into two reactions. If you look at these reactions, what can you do is we have to cancel out the number of electrons and that will give us the balanced reaction. So you multiply this equation by 2 and you multiply this equation by 3, so that you have 6 electrons on left hand side in this and you have 6 electrons on right hand side in oxidation reaction. When you add these two reactions, you will get a balanced reaction. Let us do that. So you multiply 1 by 2, you get this, and then you multiply second reaction by 3, which is this reaction, you get this. And when you add this, you will get 2 chromium plus 3 iron plus 2 will give 2 chromium 3 plus 3 iron atoms. So this is the balanced reaction. This you could have also done using inspection. It is not as difficult as other reactions that we will see, but anyways, this is a method which you can follow. The idea is to introduce how do you split the reactions. So you split the reactions into two parts. One is oxidation and one is reduction, and then you try to balance the electrons and add the reactions so that electrons get cancelled and whatever you are left is with balanced reaction. Same thing you could have applied in the older reactions also, where you saw charged molecules or charged atoms. Now coming to another example, this we have seen in the last slide also. Same example we had balanced using inspection method. Now same we will try to balance using half reaction method. So you split the reaction. I am not showing all the steps. You split the reactions. So O2 2 minus is changing to O2. First you balance oxygen. When you balance oxygen, you have to multiply here by 2. And then when you do that, charge here becomes minus 4. And to get charge neutrality on left hand side and right hand side, you have to add here 4 electrons. Similarly, F2 is changing to F minus. Now first you have to balance fluorine. You have to add 2 here. Once you add 2 here, right hand side charge becomes 2 minus. So you have to add 2 electrons on the left hand side to balance the charge. But you see here you have 4 electrons, here you have 2 electrons. To make 4 electrons here, you simply multiply this reaction by 2. So that is what I have written. Multiply second reaction by 2 and then add both the reactions. So you will be left with 2F2 plus 2O2 minus, giving oxygen and 4F minus. So this is exactly the same equation that we got using inspection or a simpler method of balancing it. But in either cases you will get the same equation. It is up to you. It is your choice which is easier for you, which is more comfortable for you. But the concept remains same. So you have to balance the electrons and then you have to cancel out the electrons. Now balancing of redox reactions in aqueous medium. So when we come to complex redox reactions, you can have aqueous medium, you can have basic medium, you can also have acidic medium. So aqueous means in presence of water. Acid means there will be H plus ions which are dominant. So it will be in acidic medium. And basic means hydroxide ions will be dominant. So that will be in basic medium. So let us look at each of these medium one by one. First is aqueous medium. So this is a reaction. Now Cr3 plus ion changing to CrO4 minus. Now I don't think it is possible to balance using inspection method because you don't have same species on the both sides of the reactions. Reactant has only chromium, but on the right hand side product there is also a oxygen molecule or oxygen atom present. So how do you balance it? So let us look at all the steps. So first thing is you find out the oxidation state of chromium in both sides. So you know here it is plus 3. We have already seen the rules in last lecture. The oxidation state of ion or a single ion is equal to the charge it carries. So oxidation state here is plus 3. But in this case, to find the oxidation state, you assume chromium has oxidation state of X minus 2 into 4 because there are 4 atoms and each oxygen has oxidation state of minus 2. You equate it to overall charge which is minus 1 because this compound or this ion has overall charge of minus 1. So X is equal to plus 7. It means plus 3 to plus 7 is the change in oxidation state, which is nothing but loss of 4 electrons. So if you lose 4 electrons from plus 3, you will come at plus 7, because losing 1 electron increases the valency by plus 1. So if you lose 4 electrons, you become from plus 3 oxidation state to plus 7, and that is what is happening here. Loss of electrons is what? That is oxidation. So this, your next step is to write the equation like this. So chromium plus 3 is equal to chromium, same species what is written here, and 4 electrons, because chromium here is losing 4 electrons to go into oxidation state from plus 3 to plus 7. Second step is you balance oxygen using water. So you have 4 oxygen here on the right hand side. You don't have any oxygen on the reactant side or the left hand side. You simply add 4 water molecules, because now you have 4 oxygen. Next step is you balance hydrogen using H plus ions. So you have balanced chromium, you have balanced oxygen. Now you have, in process of adding water, you have added hydrogen also. So you have 8 hydrogen here. So you should add 8 H plus ions here. So that is, now you have balanced reaction, right? You have hydrogen is also balanced, and your chromium is also balanced, and your oxygen is also balanced. So this is more or less a balanced reaction. So if you look at this reaction, you will have 8 hydrogen. You also have 8 hydrogen here. You have single chromium atom. Here also you have 1 chromium. You have 4 oxygen here. You have 4 oxygen here also. Now coming to charge. You have 3 plus. The net charge on the left hand side is 3 plus. The net charge on the right hand side is, so this is minus 1, this is minus 4, because each electron has minus 1 charge. You have 4 electrons. So minus 1 minus 4 is minus 5, plus 8, because each hydrogen has plus 1 charge. So minus 5 plus 8 is again plus 3. So charge is also balanced, and your hydrogen, oxygen and chromium is also balanced. So this becomes a balanced equation in aqueous condition. So unless specified, you can use H2O or OH minus to balance oxygen, but you have to be careful in acidic or basic medium. So here, to balance oxygen, I have added water molecules, right? 4 H2O, because I wanted 4 oxygen, so I have added 4 H2O. You can very well also add 4 OH minus to balance it in that way. Unless it is specified, you can use either water or OH minus. With water, it's a little bit easy. You can use any of these species if you want, but if it is an acidic medium, it is specified in the problem that it's an acidic medium or basic medium, then you cannot use blindly. You have to, if it's an acidic medium, you have to use water. If it's a basic medium, then you have to use hydroxide. Those examples also we will see shortly. Now coming to another very important or very interesting example, you say manganese dioxide or MnO2, it is reacting with CrO3 minus to give manganese plus CrO4 minus, and this reaction is happening, or this reaction is occurring in basic solution. So how do we balance this one? Let us start. So you quickly write oxidation state of each of this central atom. So X minus 4 is equal to 0. Manganese I have assumed X. Oxygen has minus 2. 2 atoms. X minus 4 equal to 0. X is 4. Similarly for chromium it will be 5. Manganese is 0 because it's in pure elemental form. And similarly chromium here will be 7. So this is oxidation reaction. You can very easily see this is loss of electron. So 5 is losing 2 more electrons to become 7. Now we split it into half reactions. So chromium, the CrO3 minus is changing to CrO4 minus plus 2 electron. So this is oxidation reaction. I have written oxidation reaction here. Here also you can see it's loss of electrons. So now this is done. And same methodology will follow here, what we did for balancing in the aqueous medium. But here to balance oxygen, I am not adding water. I am adding hydroxide. Why? Because it is specified that this reaction is occurring in basic solution. So you need how many oxygen? You have 4 here, you have 3 here. You just need 1 oxygen. So I have added only 1 hydroxide atom. Now coming to the balancing of hydrogen. Since you have added 1 hydroxide atom, you also need to balance the hydrogen that you have added. So here you have 1 hydrogen, here you don't have any hydrogen, so you add 1 H plus. But since it is a basic solution, H plus will not remain as H plus, right? It is very difficult for H plus to sustain in the solution because it's a basic solution. Hydroxide ions will be more. So to remove this H plus, you add hydroxide on both sides of the reaction. So I will add 1 OH minus this side on the reactant side. I will also add one OH minus on the product side. So let us do that. So same thing I have written here. Since the medium is basic, H plus cannot exist. It's a cross. Then you have to add hydroxide on both sides. So once you do that, if you add one more hydroxide, it becomes 2 hydroxide. Rest everything remains same. And on the right hand side also you add one hydroxide. And you know H plus plus OH minus will form water. So 2 hydroxide plus CrO3 minus giving CrO4 minus plus 2 electrons plus water. This becomes balanced reaction for this oxidation reaction. Similarly, we have to do for MnO2 changing to Mn. So I have marked this reaction as A. And the only catch here is that after balancing it till this step, since this is a basic solution and H plus cannot stay here, you have to add same amount of hydroxide ions, whatever H plus is there. So when you do that, since there is only one H plus, you have to add only one hydroxide ion. And this will form water because H plus plus OH minus is water. And here it becomes 2 OH minus. Let us look at the second half of the reaction. So MnO2, it's changing from plus 4 to 0. It is very clear that it is gaining 4 electrons, right? So the reaction becomes like this. MnO2 plus 4 electrons, because plus 4 when it gains minus 4, then it will become 0. This is the reaction. And now to balance oxygen, you have to add hydroxide on this side. Here you don't have any oxygen, you have 2 oxygen, so you have added 2 OH minus. But to balance hydrogen, because left hand side has no hydrogen, you have to add 2 H plus. And same thing, now since there are 2 H plus, you will add 2 hydroxide ions on both sides of the reaction, on the reactant side, also on the product side. So when you add 2 OH minus, you know H plus plus OH minus will be water. It forms 2 water molecules, rest everything remains same. And since you have added 2 OH minus on this side, it becomes 4 OH minus. This is reaction B. Now, if you remember, there were 2 electrons on the right hand side in the reaction A, and here you have 4 electrons. So if you want to cancel out the electrons, because now you are balancing the reaction, just like what we saw in half reaction method, we have to cancel out the electrons here also. So if you want to do that, you have to multiply reaction A by 2, because there you had 2 electrons on the right hand side and here you have 4 electrons. So if you multiply there by 2, there you will have 4 electrons on the right hand side. So let us do that. So what I have done is I have now multiplied and also added the reactions. So 4OH minus, this is the combined equation. So when you multiply A by 2 and you add it to B, this is what it comes. And all the underlined species are the common items. You can cancel these out. So 4OH minus will get cancelled with 4OH minus, 2 water molecules will also get cancelled, and even the electrons will get cancelled, and you will be left with this equation. So 2CrO3 minus plus MnO2 will give Mn plus 2CrO4 minus. So this is the balanced equation. This is how we do it. For basic medium, you have to add same number of OH minus on both sides of the reaction. Whatever is the number of H plus ion, same number you have to add, and then finally you have to cancel out the electrons. Here in reaction A had 2 electrons on the right hand side. This reaction has 4 electrons on the left hand side. That is why you have multiplied A by 2 and added to B. Once you do that, you are left with the balanced equation. Now coming to one more question, in fact very important question. I have not shown it step by step. I have skipped some step because I have explained the previous example in quite a detail. So you can see here chloride plus MnO4 minus, it's changing to MnO2 plus ClO3 minus. This is 3 and this reaction is also occurring in basic medium. So quickly write the oxidation state of all the central atoms. Chlorine here is -1, Mn here is +7, why? Because X minus 8, why 8? Because there are 4 oxygen atoms and each oxygen atom has -2. Overall charge is -1. So you write here -1. Similarly for MnO2 you have +4, ClO3 minus you have +5. So let us start with this reaction, which is oxidation reaction. So chlorine is becoming -1. In initial state it is -1 and it is becoming +5. In order to become +5 from -1, it has to lose 6 electrons, right? Because if you add 6 here or +6 here, then you will become +5 oxidation state. So Cl minus, it lost 6 electrons to form ClO3 minus to change the oxidation state from +5. So Cl minus will become ClO3 minus plus 6 electrons, minus 1 becomes +5 oxidation state. Then similarly you have to balance the oxygen using hydroxide, because this is again happening in basic medium. So 3 OH minus plus Cl minus, you do it like this. Then you have to add H plus ions to balance the hydrogen. Whatever you have added because of hydroxide, same 3H plus you have to add here. And now since this is a basic reaction, you have to add same number of OH minus on both the sides of the reaction. So you have to add 3 OH minus here and 3 hydroxide here. So this becomes 6 and this becomes 3 water, because H plus plus hydroxide or OH minus is water. So this becomes first reaction. Similarly, coming to second reaction, if you see here oxidation state, so from +7 manganese is becoming +4, and this is possible when it gains 3 electron. So same thing is written here. MnO4 minus gains 3 electrons and forms MnO2. Similarly, you balance oxygen using hydroxide, and then you also add H plus ions so that hydrogen is also balanced, and then finally you have to add 2 OH minus on both sides. So this becomes 2 water, 2 times water, and here it becomes 4 times hydroxide. Rest everything is same. So if you look at these two reactions, it is pretty obvious that you have to multiply reaction B with 2, because you have 3 electrons here on the left hand side, and here you have 6 electrons. So if you multiply 3 by 2, this also becomes a 6 electron equation. So you simply multiply this whole reaction with 2 and then you add it to A, so that 6 and 6 gets cancelled. So when you do that, I have simply multiplied and added and written everything. Finally, you will be left out with this reaction. So 2 MnO4 minus plus water plus chloride will give 2 MnO2 plus ClO3 minus plus 2 hydroxide ions. This is a balanced equation for this reaction. Now coming to one more, I wanted to show you one more example, which is in acidic, because we have seen basic in too much detail. Let us also look at one simple acidic reaction. So MnO4 minus will change to Mn plus 2. Here x minus 8 equal to -1. To find the oxidation state of manganese, you know x is +7. This we also saw in the last example. From +7 to +2, it will go when it gains 5 electrons. So what will you do? MnO4 minus plus 5 electrons is giving Mn plus 2. But to balance the oxygen, you have to add 4 water here, because this is acidic medium. You need not do it with OH minus. You cannot do it with OH minus. You have to add water. And to balance the hydrogen, you have to add H plus. Now you don't have to add hydroxide on both sides, because this is acidic medium. And in acidic medium, you can have H plus ions existing in the solution. So this is how the balancing is done. First you find out the oxidation state, you add the number of electrons, then you balance the number of oxygen by adding same number of water molecules. So there are 4 oxygens, so you will add 4 H2O, and now in adding H2O you have created an imbalance for hydrogen. You have 8 hydrogens. Here you don't have any hydrogen, so you add 8 H plus. So this is a balanced equation for this reaction. Now coming to this permanganate ion, it is a very interesting ion. It is in oxidation state of +7, and you have already seen the oxidation state of all these compounds. So typically several questions are asked based on this ion, because it has a peculiar property that when you put this permanganate ion in acidic medium, it forms Mn plus 2 ion. So permanganate is purple in color. That is the characteristic color of permanganate ion, but when you put it in acidic medium, it becomes Mn plus 2, which is pale pink. If you put it in aqueous medium or neutral medium, it becomes MnO2, which is brown, and when you put it in basic medium, it forms MnO4 2 minus, which is green in color. So direct questions you can expect from here, that there is a permanganate ion when it is put in a solution which forms green color. So they will not even tell you that they have put this in basic solution, because it's a property that in basic solution it is forming MnO4 2 minus, which is green in color. So they will not even, the questions will not even specify whether the medium is basic. You have to maybe keep this at the back of your mind, or you have to understand this concept that the characteristic color is lost. When you put permanganate in basic medium, it becomes green, or when you have put this in a neutral medium, it becomes brown, and in acidic medium it becomes pale pink. So as a homework, you can take this problem and you can find out the oxidation state of MnO4 2-. Here you know it's +2. From +7 it is becoming +2. Here from +7 it is becoming +4. And here you can find out by your own by assuming that oxidation state of Mn is X, and you can let me know the answer in the comment section below. So with this, we are at the end of this important concept, which will be used in further advanced classes when we go to electrochemistry and also redox chemistry. I hope you have enjoyed this video, you have learned something new. If that is the case, please give us a thumbs up, please like this video and also share this video so that your other friends are also able to take advantage of these lectures. Till then, thank you.